about 50 something minutes, so maybe the facility has a maximum amount of time. So I'm going to wait for people to come back into the chat for a minute. All right. So I see people are starting to come into this room, and I know we're not going to get everybody back. I've basically talked about what I'm doing. I don't think I'm going to walk around. I have to decide if I'm going to go live tomorrow doing show and tell. I have to see how people feel about that. Maybe some people will be okay, maybe other ones will not. So I have to figure that part out. So yes, Minnie, this is part 2. And Michelle's reminding people to give another thumbs up. Thank you so much. And Phyllis talking about hi T and everyone again. Exactly. You know, we have that happen in hotels where they have their internet set for you to be live for 1 hour. Just put it down there for right now. Will it work there? Um, um, a lot of you all coming back. Hi, Mona did what? I didn't know if I saw you in the other chat. Sorry if I missed you. So thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody. So like I said, I really didn't have much to say. I just don't like, being pushed off by them. I got to put my own self off. So if you all got questions, you can ask them. I can sit here and do some hand sewing, but I don't know if you can even see because of the angle of this camera. Since I don't have my iPad, I can come up a little closer. But I normally, if I'm going to do applique, I actually love needle turn applique. I don't like raw edges of any kind for real. But I'm just stitching this down, sort of like you do binding almost. You go down and then come up where you want to come out. So at this point, I haven't even decided how I'm going to quilt this. So I haven't even decided how I'm going to quilt it. But either way, I will be going, either something's going to go completely over it in an all-over quilting design, or I will be stitching like a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge or 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. So it's going to get double stitched down. So just not the hand is holding it in place. So that's what I'm actually working on, because I want to at least get this sewed on. I might be able to do the needle. I don't have a light box to see how long, but I can measure how long it is. If it's just a straight thread, I'll have to see if it's just a straight line. If it's just a straight line, then I'll do the needle. Otherwise, I have to wait till I get home and do a light box. Like I said, I cut this out Wednesday, so I didn't have a lot of time to prep and get everything. And I'm still missing the pincushion fabrics. I need 3 more fabrics, and then a little bit more hand work on that as well. Some embroidery stitches. So Sue says she's still cutting fabric. Surgery on Monday. Will possibly be down for a few days, but I'll be off work for 6 months, according to the doctor. OMG, girl. I thought you was about ready to retire, Sue. When are you retiring? I thought you was done. People sending prayers for Sue's surgery for her and them doctors' hands, your medical team. Sharon says the system froze when I asked if you sold Jason's iron for $5. You know, it was a used iron, and it was just a little mini Tula pink iron. And so since it was used, I had to actually go down a nickel, and it sold for $4.95.
Just not letting that go.
They're asking in the chat. I'm answering their questions. That's what had happened to his iron. But today we sold his whole set. He left again. So today we sold his whole everything. We sold everything on the table. Pin cushions, press mats, lights, sewing machine, his wagon to pull stuff in. We sold it all today. And we had sticky notes all over it. Post-it notes, not sticky notes, post-it notes. But yeah. Let me go back. I'm trying to read because it's starting to run up. I can't remember where the last comment was now. I must have went back too far. There it is. So a lot of people giving Sue prayers. Eastern time, if it's 9 o'clock Eastern time, it's 8 o'clock here. And this is just a dark room. I'm sitting where there is no overhead lights, but I have 3 portable lights plus my sewing machine light. And so I have pretty good light where I'm seeing, and then I've got a light that doesn't have to be in a plug, so I can take it and put it wherever I want. I showed you all that light too. It's a daylight that's a rechargeable, and it's actually pretty bright for how tiny it is. And then I can move it anywhere I want, and it's slimline. So I just ordered another daylight today. Somebody did a presentation on stripology, and they wanted some stripology XL rulers. So since I was ordering, I went ahead and because I see Jason's daylight lamp that he got, so I wanted to have one. I like it too. And it's another one that's a chargeable light. They're not cheap, but they're nice. And they hold battery longer than I thought they would too. So I'm just here just sewing. I probably am out of screen because I have to keep moving this thing, but I'm going to have to cut this thread because it's down to the bottom now. I've sewn, I think, 2 sides. Almost 2 because I started like an inch from the corner. But I'm going to have to cut this thread. Prayers for Carissa. I don't know what's going on. They're giving prayers to Carissa. So prayers to you, Carissa, whatever's going on. Hope it's better. Oh, she was saying, oh, it looks like daylight. It's not daylight. That's back here. Right there. Right there. That window right there, that's a hallway that has lights. We're in a room that's like a rotunda. And so we've got like 4 different ways, because one way opens to the outside, but inside we can get into this room 3 ways, and then the other side has the outside door. So yeah, but it's only used for like people that go out to smoke, or you want to get to your car from the back way. You can use that exit. Otherwise, we all go out the other doors. Okay, I'm going to push this to the back so I can knot this, because this thread is short now. $47 came back in, but only $29 have hit the thumbs up button. So hit the thumbs up button for me, people. You know Dorsey's going to chase you down. So hit the thumbs up button for me. I'm putting a knot into this applique that I'm doing here. Doubling a knot now. I'm using this number 80. I think it's number 80 thread. And I don't cut it long because I find if I cut it long, the needle eye cuts the thread and starts making it fray. So I already knew that I was going to have to stop and get another piece of thread. But I'd rather get a shorter piece with this thread. But it's really nice that it doesn't show when you're doing your applique. So let me show you what I've stitched already with this 80 thread. And how I'm going to put it right on the fold. So you can see on the fold, you can't even see my thread. It's so thin. And I'm using the Dove Gray. And it's just blending right in. I've also done this side as well. I'm going to leave a little bit of the fabric showing. But you can't see the thread at all. It blends into the fabric very well. And this is what the thread looks like. It's R-Fills. I want to make sure it's number 80. Yeah, I'm making sure I grab the right one. You can tell by the wood spool. It's a very thin thread. So you know, it, like I said, the needle hole can start to fray it. So be careful with that and always use shorter lengths than you would normally use. Say like maybe 12 inches or so at a time. Don't go to 18 inches. The first time I was working on a project, the thread just kept breaking because the needle kept sliding down in different spots, getting hung up. So yeah. Oh, Carissa's got to get ice shots. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. Girl, they have to put me out. So thank you, Carissa, saying it's so cute. So I'm gonna wrap this in the holder, cut off another piece. Now I got to find that needle. I'm up here showing stuff. I don't know where I laid this needle. And we definitely don't want to move right now because I don't picked up stuff. Oh, I see it now. Here it is. I'm going to stick it into my press mat. I'm like, we don't even want to move. If we lose a needle. Got to thread the needle. Then, since this thread is so thin, I wrap it around quite a few times and then pull it through. So I get a good knot, so when I go underneath to start, the knot won't pop through because the first time my knot popped through. So we can't have that here. So I'm like the angle of this camera, I really can't show you how I'm needle turning. Well, I'm not needle turning. I've already turned it under, but I can't even show you how I'm stitching because of how I have to hold it to see it in the angle. You're tilted up and away from me. So I want to pull this down a little bit. Teresa says there's rolling thunder where she is, so. I got a little tail from I don't know. I put a knot, but something's going on where my little tail popped out. It should not have because I took it to the bottom to the back. So maybe my knot broke. So we'll fix that later. I think maybe I popped my knot through. Hold on. because I don't see a knot on the back. What I'll do is I'll just continue and then I'll come back because my stuff's got to be right. I'll come back and take out some stitches and do another knot and then restitch. But for right now, since I got this one knotted ready to go, we're going to continue. And then I'll fix it later. Because we can't have our work coming apart. Let me know what projects you guys are working on. Some of you all told me, but some of you have not. What are you working on? I put up 2 design walls yesterday. So I have my big one that I was working on, Road to Africa, and the Underground Railroad. And then I have the small one because when I was making this block, it's a bigger block than what my normal design wall sizes are. So I had to have all these pieces. It was a lot of pieces. It was like, some pieces had 2, but like we went through alphabets A through Z. Some of them could have multiple numbers. And then also A, B, C, and D again, okay? So yeah, it was a lot. Like I said, even R had like 12 pieces. It was like 1-inch background squares for snowball corners, okay? I was like, really? I'm supposed to hold on to that? So yeah. Bonita Nan says, how does your thimble work, Miss T? I actually, these leather thimbles, I can't remember, but I think they're like under clover. And I really like them, but they do get soft, and then all of a sudden the needle will pierce through, so they don't have a very long lifespan. But I tried using like metal thimbles, and I'm in between sizes or something because one will be too tight, the other one will be falling off. So I like this one because it's got elastic, it's an elastic band. I'll show it to you in a second here. And then it stretches around my finger. When it starts off, it's really tight. And then as I'm using it, like you can see here from me pushing the pin through here, then once I use that spot, I'll just twist it a little bit. And then eventually I'll end up using it like this as well. Even though this is here, by that time, it'll start to bend here. But this is the elastic part that makes it so that it fits multiple finger sizes. I'm not giving you the finger. But I like that because this elastic springs in and snaps to your size. Now, it gradually gets bigger too. And if my thimble is still some good as far as the leather up here around, I'll take a rubber band and just rubber band this to my finger for a little bit too. So I get as much money out of it as I can. They do last a while. The way that I use it, by moving it just a little bit to change the needle piercing point. And but I've been using them for years. I have bought a Roxanne thimble and I put it on, it fits fine, and then as I have it on for about 20 minutes, I feel like all the blood down there is pulsating my finger and it just hurts so bad, so I stopped using it. I still have it. I got it as a decorative ornament. I actually have the Roxanne bird cages all in there. It was all pretty, but I cannot wear that thimble. So let's see what people are working on. Let me take a break because I see it's scrolling big time. Let's see. Teresa says, your ring is pretty, Miss T. Thank you. I have noticed just today, because I've been doing a lot of packing and moving, I've lost a stone over here. I don't know if it even shows up. This stone right here came out. And so I need to take it to the jeweler and have them put that back in, but thank you. It's just an applique stitch like what you would use for stitching your binding down. it's just a regular stitch, and needle turn would be the same way. You come up out of your underside of your fabric, and then you go down exactly where you came out, and then you move up, say 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, how small you want your stitches. I wouldn't recommend them to be too big. June is working on her red, white, and blue rail fence, so that's awesome, awesome. Tracy Coleman's here saying, hi, everyone. I have 3 blocks to go for my first Underground Railroad quilt, so awesome. I just showed them mine. I'm working on them. I decided to take the punishment and do the piece sashing, and boy, is it a punishment. It might have been a little overkill trying to do it within a month, finishing off. I think I made just 2 blocks and then trying to finish all of this off. So we'll see if I'm able to make it by the end of the month. And if not, then I'll just have to keep working on it later. Then I won't have any deadline and I can work on it at my leisure. Kim is working on a quilted duffel bag for my daughter, Coastal Grandmother Aesthetics, she says. Leah Bryan is working on string and crumb blocks. Carissa says, hopefully we'll be good to go by tomorrow. I only have half my round robin finished. I haven't even received mine yet. Mine is floating around some St. Louis distribution center. I don't even know what that's about, but we'll hopefully get it soon. I have a green plastic rubber thimble. Yeah, I think that will work too. I cut it for foundation paper piecing. I cut for a foundation paper piecing pattern called Mod Display. I'm thinking she was talking about she cut the thimble. That's why I was confused. So, and June says she uses a metal thimble. I admire the people that can do it. Mary says, get it done in a hurry. Brenda Foley says, my goodness, it's lightning and carrying on here. Darcy says, right now I'm laying in bed with my kitty cats. Helena is working on Underground Railroad and her scrap club quilt, so that's cool. So she's trying to get caught up, guys. So I'm gonna put this right here. Hopefully I can read some of the chat. Oh shoot. Oh, that's my needle. I was gonna say I sewed this to itself. It was my needle. I try to keep my hand under my applique when I've got a big piece so that I don't stitch this part to my applique. I try to keep my hand in the back. I almost panicked. That was when I put the needle in that I did that. So I'm okay. Everything's fine. Sue is asking, is there a book for my happy place? No. They have PDF downloads, and then Jennifer, the girl in our group, has graciously put this book together for us. And then she left the pages that had templates out of it. Well, you have to buy the templates, so you don't have to worry about the templates because you purchase the templates. But she downloaded the PDFs for us and then put them into a book. It's a very confusing where all the pieces are scattered for this pattern, where all the instructions are. You got to sometimes open up more than one PDF. So it's a little bit confusing that way. I wish the pattern, I guess because it's not something that she was selling at the time. I don't know if she has a book on it now or what. But the stuff is not organized good, and I think it's done purposely so that maybe a book is out now or coming out. What you all probably don't fully understand is when you're getting free patterns online, especially from major designers, sometimes you're their pattern testers. And so they take all the things that people say and then they try to figure out if there's any updates that need to be made before they do something that's for purchase. Teresa says she's in Cincinnati, Ohio area. And area where so she's talking to Brenda. Brenda got 2 tops done. Hopefully get Civil War sampler together tomorrow. Couldn't decide on set in triangles. Yeah, I said sometimes just picking fabrics will hold you up. It held me up for 2 weeks because I was determined that I was going to use all the fabric that my friend had, and then I'm like, maybe not. So then I went and pulled some patriotics. That it was not the right colors of reds or blues that I needed. It was going to introduce something to the quilt that I didn't want. So yeah, it was hard. It took me 2 weeks, and then I finally found some stuff in my stash because I was also trying not to buy anything. So. Because I'm not even sure what I'm doing with this quilt yet. Suzette's working on Underground Railroad too, so that's cool. We're going to have a lot of Underground Railroads. I wonder how many people are with me doing this piece bordered all. Come on, who's with me? Who's working on the piece border? Kevin, I saw he posted, but I couldn't find it when I went back on there. There's so much, I'm so busy and so much going on in the room, I can't stay focused. But I saw that Kevin had finished his, so that's cool. He used the plain sashing. I'm trying to, I've done the plain sashing once, so I wanted to try the piece sashing, but it takes a little bit. June says, be safe, everyone in the storm areas. Mary says, I took a Lori Honey collage class today, but I hurt my shoulder and can't do anything crafty for 2 weeks, so I just observed. That's pretty cool. I love some of her designs. I don't like them all, but I like a lot of them. And her instructions are really good. I just got to the corner where I'm tucking in my last little dog ear. I'm almost around the rectangle. And I'm gonna go through here, and then I'll pull out I'll go to the back after I get off the live, because I'm gonna have to concentrate, because I'm gonna have to pull out probably about 3 inches of stitches, because it looked like my knot disappeared or broke. That's the only thing I have with this thinner thread, is like it's difficult to get good knotting. I wrapped that thing around about 12 times. Normally I do like 2 or 3, maybe 4 at max. But I wrapped that thing about 12 times to get a knot. And it's harder to do that when you end. But what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do 2 stitches in the same space, so at least it locks it right there a little bit. 2 stitches and go through the loop, because we don't want that to happen again where we lose a knot. It's all a learning experience with this thread. I bought it to use for English paper piecing for me, but I like to use it this thinner for applique sure is nice too. So I just got my needle unthreaded, so I'm wrapping this around so I can just lay a knot on the back about 12 times, because I did it about 4 the last time and it came through. So we're not having that again. I need to take this off. Can't use my fingers. Okay. The thing just slid off the needle. All those loops just slid off my needle. Okay. Now I'm gonna run that through. Try to put some thread in here so it did it again. It won't knot. Do I have a knot yet? Nope. Let me put it back on here. Give me a clean end. Now I got a wind blowing and I got a thin thread. All right, here we go again. Put this down here. Whoops. And let me see if it pulls through this time. Okay. This time it broke. It broke with a tail though. But do I have a knot? I have no idea. That's the thing is that I have a hard time getting a knot with this thread. Other than that, I really like it. Because every time I'm trying to do a knot, it's like it comes out. Again, good thing that I'm going to be stitching on top of this some kind of way anyway. So I'm not really concerned. But again, both of these diamond shapes were supposed to be applique, like you applique this piece on top of this. But what I did was I measured this. I took a template and just cut this out. And then I sewed this on one side, this on the other, this on this side, this on the other one. And then I took this template and laid it on top and I cut it out. I cut this about 2 inches bigger than I needed because I knew this was going to be 1 inch finish. So I cut 2 inches bigger so I had room to mark on my template and have my 1/4 inch turn under. So I only had to hand stitch one part down. The rest of it is a pin cushion. It's sitting in here. I don't have those pieces. And then right here I need to mark for the needle that comes down here. So almost done. Let me see it. Jennifer got hers finished. She says she'll show hers. She's got the pin cushion and the stitching. This is Jennifer's. So this is Jennifer's. You're at an angle, so it's gonna look weird. And then I'll bring it up close, and I'll show you her back. She does good with applique too. But she does needle turn too, but this is one thing, and then this is another piece that's needle turned, whereas I pieced mine. And then on the back, right here, you can see where the small one was done. And then her big one, you can barely see it, but the thread's right there. But she's a good appliquer, and she does major projects like intricate floral bouquets, things like that. And look at this pin cushion. And then she's got her needle. I think I can do the needle. I might have some gray here, but I can't do the pin cushion. I don't have the fabric or anything else. And then it's got all the little buttons. Is there a word on these buttons, or?
No,
It's just a thread. Okay. So she's got hers done. I want them to see up close. Thank you. Woo-wee. They say, hello, Jennifer. They say it's pretty. Love that beautiful fabric on bow. Pretty, that was beautiful. Delicious says, I love this. I need to try it one day. Both look great. So yeah. Thank you. You're peeking out all over the place. They remind me of the kittens when I saw it, like people that have the cats on their sewing machines. People saying very pretty your block, Jennifer. So thank you for sharing that. They like seeing stuff. She says, I know. So she loves your pin cushion, and both pieces are really nice. Yeah. So again, it's free online on Fat Quarter Shop, and you probably can get it on Be in My Bonnet as well, or they're gonna link you somewhere, but you can figure it out. But you can get this free. The reason why we have books is because Jennifer organized this and she put all the pieces together for us. And I'm not going to show you the other parts, but she has the yellow is the schedule. We use the same schedule that Lori Holt used when she presented this. Again, our guild, my small group is doing this, and the only major requirement is that we have to make the sewing machine block so that we all know it's the same quilt. You don't have to make anything else if you don't want to, but I'm going to make all of the piece blocks, and then I may either put that together or make some other stuff. Like I like the jar, but I might do an adaptation of a jar because I don't want to do applique. So I'll figure out a piece jar, and I might find some other stuff. I like the iron. I may have to break down and do the iron. I really think it's cute. They already done the scissors. It's cute too. I like the scissors. It's huge. I wasn't expecting them scissors to be that big, but it's huge. I said, too much applique. So, but everybody's blocks, Norma, Sarah, and Jennifer had started theirs. We had our meeting last Saturday. And I'm just at least getting the main block done for right now. And then I think I'm going to work on the piece blocks after that, and then decide if I want to work on any more of the other detail blocks in the quilt. So, but everything looks really beautiful. Hi, Joe Cormel. She says she loves super cute project. I made a sewing machine, but I don't believe it was this one. I had no applique, thankfully, yeah. But it looks so cute with the pincushion on it, and I have to do it. And I was thinking of trying to figure out how I could piece the entire medallion in, but because of how it's sitting, it was over cut lines, and so I just went on ahead and said, okay, I'll do that in hand applique too, because it was going to drive me nuts trying to figure out how to line it up appropriately. So thank you, Mary. Says cute, cute, cute. Yeah. So Darcy is reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Again, my projects have been Road to Africa completed, Underground Railroad, working on flying geese, these things here. Lots of them. Like I thought I only needed 50 each fabric. I need 100 each fabric. So I'm trying to get through the stack of what I have cut. So, and then I did the sewing machine block. I had some other stuff to work on too, but I didn't even get a chance to do that with all of these flying geese. So I'm going to try to work on getting all these flying geese made. And I have some cornerstones because I'm doing that piece border. So for the Underground Railroad. So I'm trying to hopefully get some piece reduction done. Still got all of this for those that are just coming in on the second part of this video. We got kicked out of the first one. So I still got lots of pieces. So Quilting a Day had some free blank theme blocks. I can't see it. Oh, Quilt in a Day has some free sewing theme blocks. I'll look and see if any of them are piece, because I'm looking for piece sewing theme blocks. I don't want to do applique. So, and I have a book that has all of it. Even had 2 of the books, and now I don't even know what I did with it. Just crazy. Carissa says, you'll be doing geese for a while. Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. But I will get them done. I don't know if I'm going to get the whole thing pieced, but I'm going to get these flying geese done. See, you need that sewing machine quilt for your backdrop at home. It is very pretty, isn't it? I don't have any more of that fabric either. It came from a fat quarter bundle. Hi, Joanne Lucas. Oh, Kevin the quilter came in and said, start spreading the news. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Sorry I'm late. Just landed at LaGuardia. We'll watch replay later. Stay safe out there flying, Kevin. Stay alert. All right, guys, we're going to get off of here. I'm going to go back to sewing these geese. You all can't see me sew because I got this, had to have it tilted up. Again, because I left my stand at home 2 days in a row. So, yeah. But I appreciate you guys coming back into the second part since we went over time, went over that 50, I think it's like 55 minutes that most of them public will give you before they just stop. And it was funny because my iPad didn't say a thing. So I will see you all on Wednesday. I'll show you some of the stuff I had in the hall. All the books right now are accounted for. I'll see if they, when I ordered the 4, I didn't go back in to see if they had like back order, if they were still taking orders for them or not. If somebody else is still interested, just let me know. I'll see if I can get it for you as well. But right now, I bought 4, I'm keeping 1. And then I got the 3 sold to Miss Vivian, Francis, and Diane. All right? Bye. Joe Cormel says she's going back to watch part 1. So I will see you all then. You go back to part 1 if you missed it so you can see my Underground Railroad, okay? Bye, y'all. See you later. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out. Bye-bye.